Archangel Michael says, listen carefully, because this message was hidden from the world but revealed to you for a divine reason. There was once a person in your life who made you believe they were sent from heaven, only to twist your heart in silence and disappear into shadows. But what they didn't know is that the same energy they used to play you is now turning against them, and it's too late for them to escape. They pretended to care when your soul was bleeding. They whispered comfort only to later steal your peace and replace it with confusion. This person wore a mask of love, but underneath was calculation and manipulation, designed to make you depend on their presence. And yet, the universe has kept every tear you cried and is now returning the balance with divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 333. There are moments when silence says everything. They vanished when you needed them most, making excuses, playing victim, and always shifting blame. But now, every lie they told you is echoing back at them in ways they never imagined. Their comfort zone is collapsing, and the truth is burning every corner of the illusion they created. Archangel Michael says, Heaven's court has reviewed every action done against you. This person's karma is not only unfolding, it is accelerating. They are losing friends, their support system is crumbling, and their heart is haunted by the way they mistreated yours. They pretended not to care, but now they cannot sleep without dreaming of the pain they caused. Type Amen to get blessing 427. You may not have known it at the time, but something sacred was protecting you even in betrayal. When they laughed behind your back, you were being lifted silently by forces they couldn't see. They mocked your love, but it's that same love that's now haunting them in their solitude. They're trying to fill the void with fake connections, but nothing satisfies the emptiness their choices created. They remember every word you said, especially the ones you said through tears. They miss your energy, your patience, your softness, and the way your presence felt like peace. Now, they're surrounded by noise, but none of it sounds like the calm you gave. And they're beginning to understand, you weren't just a phase. You were a gift. Type Amen to get blessing 788. Their phone is filled with people, but not one of them makes their heart beat like yours did. They try to act strong in public, pretending life is perfect, but behind closed doors, regret is suffocating them. You gave them everything you had, and they treated it like it was replaceable. But now they're realizing, no one sees them the way you did, and no one ever will. The lies they told are being exposed one by one. Those who defended them blindly are starting to see through the cracks. What was once hidden in darkness is being forced into the light. And this person is standing in the middle of that spotlight, ashamed and alone. Type Amen to get blessing 919. You may feel like you lost something, but heaven says, you were rescued. What you thought was love was actually a lesson in disguise. And now, the same trap they set for your heart has turned into the pit where their own ego is sinking. They are crying, but this time no one is listening, because the angels have moved their protection to your side. Archangel Michael says, you're no longer in the place of waiting or hoping they change. Now you are stepping into the season where their absence becomes your breakthrough. They thought you would never walk away, but your silence became your strength. And in that silence, you became powerful beyond their understanding. Type Amen to get blessing 604. This person believed they could always come back when it suited them. They thought your heart was an open door with no locks. But now they find the door closed, sealed, and guarded by angels. And they are standing outside, knocking with guilt and despair in their chest. They once held your smile in their hands but treated it carelessly. Now they scroll through memories, wishing for one more moment with the version of you they took for granted. But that version of you no longer exists. You've evolved, elevated, and outgrown the pain they caused. Type Amen to get blessing 731. There's no turning back for them now. The cycle of exposure, loneliness, and soul regret has begun. You are being called higher while they are stuck in the pit they dug with lies. They underestimated your healing, your resilience, your spiritual protection. They thought hurting you was a small thing. But your tears were powerful, they spoke directly to heaven. Now every move they make is met with blockages, delays, and heavy energy. Because divine timing is not late, it's precise, and now it's their turn to feel. Type Amen to get blessing 345. You didn't have to seek revenge. You didn't need to argue or prove your worth to anyone. You simply kept going, and heaven rewarded that. And now the rewards are showing up in ways they cannot ignore. They're seeing you glow, rise, and walk in confidence. And it's eating them inside because they realize they lost more than a lover, they lost someone who genuinely cared. You gave them something sacred, and they treated it like it was temporary. Now they're in mourning, for a connection they can never rebuild. Type Amen to get blessing 266. They try to copy your energy with others, but it always falls short. You were the original, not the imitation. Their world is now full of replicas, none of which hold your soul's authenticity. And every comparison leaves them more heartbroken. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, this person has been confronted by truth. They are no longer able to hide behind their excuses or charm. The spiritual realm has turned its gaze upon them, and judgment is not gentle. What they did in secret is now a storm in their life, loud and unforgiving. Type Amen to get blessing 117. You don't have to lift a finger. Every wound they gave you is now a lesson in their own book of regret. They are now the ones waking up at 2 a.m., haunted by what-ifs and could-haves. Because the one they played was the one who was sent to love them unconditionally. The messages they ignore now feel like treasures lost. The calls they missed now feel like missed lifelines. The attention they took for granted now feels like gold slipping through their fingers. And the ghost of what they had with you will follow them longer than they're prepared to carry. Type Amen to get blessing 854. You are not the same. You've grown, built walls of wisdom around your heart, and lit a fire of self-worth within your soul. They cannot touch you now, not spiritually, emotionally, or even mentally. Because where you stand now, they can't reach. They are seeing your photos and hearing your name in places that remind them of everything they ruined. They thought they were clever, but the universe was recording. Now the same charm they used on you is working against them. Every smile is forced. Every laugh is hollow. Type Amen to get blessing 520. You will soon hear of their downfall, not out of revenge but divine alignment. People will come to you with stories, shocked at the collapse they're witnessing. But you will stay silent, because you'll be too busy rising into your purpose. You've left the storm, they're still living in it. You didn't lose anything. What you had was stolen, abused, and discarded, but what's coming will be sacred, pure, and protected. The angels are already preparing someone who will handle your heart like a precious jewel. And this time, there will be no confusion. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They laughed when you said you had a spiritual calling. Now they're crying, realizing they mocked the wrong one. Because you were never weak, you were chosen. And now, you're walking in the power they never believed you'd find. This person thought they broke you. But in truth, they broke open your destiny. And from that pain, a warrior emerged. One they can never manipulate again. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Their punishment isn't coming, it's already started. And the one they betrayed is now the one they regret losing most. You were their safe space, and they turned it into a battlefield. But peace has returned to your life, and chaos now lives in theirs. You will continue to shine. Your path is being cleared, your blessings are multiplying, and your heart is guarded by heaven. Let this be your confirmation. The one who played you is now the one being played by fate itself. And all you have to do is keep walking forward. Because of ego, but because of healing. You now walk with the kind of power that only comes from survival. They thought breaking you would make you weak, but it made you unshakable. They didn't realize that by hurting you, they activated your highest transformation. Now they're the one watching you from a distance. They're the one hoping you still think of them. But all you carry is gratitude, for the lesson, the release, and the rising. And they're stuck in the past, trying to undo what can't be undone. Type Amen to get blessing 515. You will no longer be triggered by their name. Because the wound has closed, and now all that's left is power. You've built something sacred out of the ruins they left behind. And you wear that strength like armor. They thought they could break you quietly. But instead, you healed loudly. And the sound of your success is now deafening in their world of silence. Every victory of yours echoes as their biggest regret. Type Amen to get blessing 679. They never believed in your glow until it blinded them. Now they stare at your light, trying to remember the moment they dimmed it. But it's too late to apologize through thoughts and guilt. The opportunity to make things right has passed. The universe doesn't play when it comes to chosen ones. You were always more than they were ready for. And now they understand what they lost, but they'll never get it back. Because divine justice isn't just fair, it's final. Type Amen to get blessing 199. You'll soon be blessed with someone who knows how to honor what others tried to destroy. This new chapter will be filled with love, safety, and no more confusion. The tears that once stained your pillow are now watering the roots of your destiny. And the person who played with your heart will only watch from afar as you rise into joy. Their name will fade, but your name is rising. They wanted to be remembered, but you will be celebrated. They wanted power over your emotions, but now you hold the key to your own peace. And that peace is something they can never access again. Because of ego, but because of healing. You now walk with the kind of power that only comes from survival. They thought breaking you would make you weak, but it made you unshakable. They didn't realize that by hurting you, they activated your highest transformation. Now they're the one watching you from a distance. They're the one hoping you still think of them. But all you carry is gratitude, for the lesson, the release, and the rising. And they're stuck in the past, trying to undo what can't be undone. Type Amen to get blessing 515. You will no longer be triggered by their name. Because the wound has closed, and now all that's left is power. You've built something sacred out of the ruins they left behind. And you wear that strength like armor. They thought they could break you quietly. But instead, you healed loudly. And the sound of your success is now deafening in their world of silence. Every victory of yours echoes as their biggest regret. Type Amen to get blessing 679. They never believed in your glow until it blinded them. Now they stare at your light, trying to remember the moment they dimmed it. But it's too late to apologize through thoughts and guilt. The opportunity to make things right has passed. The universe doesn't play when it comes to chosen ones. You were always more than they were ready for. And now they understand what they lost, but they'll never get it back. Because divine justice isn't just fair, it's final. Type Amen to get blessing 199. You'll soon be blessed with someone who knows how to honor what others tried to destroy. This new chapter will be filled with love, safety, and no more confusion. The tears that once stained your pillow are now watering the roots of your destiny. And the person who played with your heart will only watch from afar as you rise into joy. Their name will fade, but your name is rising. They wanted to be remembered, but you will be celebrated. They wanted power over your emotions, but now you hold the key to your own peace. And that peace is something they can never access again. Type Amen to get blessing 244. Let them carry the weight of their actions. You are not responsible for their regret. They chose to play games, you chose to survive. And survival always wins in the end. Archangel Michael says, the time has come for full release. You are free now. Free from their control, their energy, their cycles. And in that freedom, your true blessings are arriving. One by one, like divine gifts wrapped in gold. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You won't even recognize the old version of you that accepted their crumbs. You now know your value, your power, your calling. You are no longer available for disrespect. Because the divine in you demands reverence. They will see your name attached to opportunities, love, and abundance. They will hear about your glow up, your peace, and your new love. And they'll try to reach out, but your energy won't respond. Because your soul already closed that chapter. Type Amen to get blessing 390. Let the past be the proof of how far you've come. Let their regret be the reminder of how rare your love truly was. And let the angels continue to protect your path forward. Because everything ahead of you is better than what's behind. The storm they face is not your concern. You've done the work. You've healed. You've risen. Now it's your time. And nothing, not even their memory, can hold you back again. Type Amen to get blessing 808. They wake up now with a weight in their chest that wasn't there before. It's not just loneliness, it's the ache of knowing they destroyed something heaven sent. They traded loyalty for attention, and now they're left with silence where your love used to live. Every moment they pretended, every time they dismissed you, is now echoing like thunder in their mind. You didn't just walk away, you ascended. And your silence became their loudest punishment. They try to laugh, to move on, but behind closed doors they break down, over and over again. The truth is, you were never the one lost, they were. Type Amen to get blessing 666. People around them are noticing the shift. They look drained, distracted, constantly caught in their own web of past choices. The universe has placed a mirror in front of them, and what they see isn't pretty. They're haunted not by your anger, but by your peace. You are glowing in a way they never expected. They thought their absence would destroy you, but instead, it built a new version of you. One that doesn't chase, one that doesn't settle, one that sees clearly. And they cannot stand the fact that you're thriving without them. Type Amen to get blessing 482. You gave them a chance to grow with you, but they chose to play small. You gave your heart, and they chose to gamble it. But now, they are the ones being played, by fate, by karma, by their own regrets. And there's no exit from what they have created. Archangel Michael says, no evil done to you will go unseen. Every betrayal they celebrated is now a shadow chasing them. Their mind is spinning, their heart is heavy, their peace is gone. Because they finally understand, they broke something sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 963. Now, you walk with grace, while they stumble in confusion. You speak with clarity, while they drown in overthinking. Your presence brings calm, their energy brings chaos. And no matter how hard they try, they can't find their way back to you. They may try to imitate your strength with others, but it never lasts. Because true spiritual connection cannot be duplicated. They're watching you receive the kind of love they once had the chance to give. And their soul knows, it's their own doing. Type Amen to get blessing 784. They still have your name saved in their phone. Sometimes they type a message but never send it. Because they know deep down, you've outgrown what they were never willing to become. They can't face you, not because they don't want to, but because they can't bear the shame. You were the anchor in their storm, and they cut the rope. Now they drift in waters that no one else can calm. They meet people, but it never feels real, because they know real was you. And real only comes once in a lifetime. Type Amen to get blessing 670. They thought replacing you would be easy. But everyone they meet lacks your depth, your energy, your soul. They're now comparing shadows to your light, and nothing ever measures up. That's the curse of playing with a divine heart, they never find it again. You were their test, and they failed. And now, you've become their lesson. One they'll carry for the rest of their life, no matter how far they run. Your memory isn't just strong, it's branded on their spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 144. The mask they wore is crumbling. People are questioning their stories, their motives, their sudden isolation. It's no coincidence, everything hidden is now rising to the surface. And the truth about you is shining brighter than ever. They're searching for healing, but the door to your soul is now closed. You gave them all of you, and they gave you pieces. Now someone else will get the version of you they were too blind to hold. And that reality is breaking them more than any words could. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They didn't just lose a partner, they lost a miracle. You were sent to them not just to love them, but to elevate them. And they rejected that blessing thinking it would always be there. But blessings unappreciated become burdens carried in regret. You're no longer looking back. You've stepped into a new realm where peace is permanent, and joy is constant. And the past can no longer pull you down, it can only watch as you soar. This is your moment, and it is divinely protected. Type Amen to get blessing 321. Archangel Michael says, the person who thought they controlled your emotions is now crying over you in silence. They don't tell anyone, but their heart is filled with sorrow. Their soul whispers your name in the dark, hoping heaven will allow just one more chance. But heaven has closed that chapter, and your name is being written in gold elsewhere. They once asked, will they ever leave me? And now they ask, will they ever come back? But the answer has already been delivered, your growth has outpaced their presence. And they are not prepared to meet you where you've risen. Type Amen to get blessing 858. They are now seeing your spiritual glow in visions, in dreams, in signs. Because when someone loses a divine connection, the universe reminds them every day. Your face flashes in their mind without warning. Your voice echoes in their heart, and nothing silences it. The pain they caused you has become the pain they now live with. They thought it was over when they walked away, but that was just the beginning. And now, they are sitting in a circle of consequences, with no one left to blame. Every tear they ignored is a storm they now face. Type Amen to get blessing 533. You are now attracting peace, alignment, and people who respect you. No more mixed signals, no more pretending, no more mind games. What's ahead of you is stable, sacred, and safe. And they'll only get to witness it from a distance. Their love was a lesson. Your healing is the graduation. Now you live in a realm where your heart is honored. And where your spirit is finally seen, not just used. Type Amen to get blessing 101. You're no longer searching for closure. Because the divine gave you clarity instead. Their absence is your answer. And your future is the only direction that matters now. They may try to reconnect. But heaven already sealed that door. You are stepping into your reward season. And nothing from your past can go with you. Type Amen to get blessing 742. So let them face what they created. Let them carry the silence they once gave you. Let them feel the distance they chose. You have nothing left to prove. Archangel Michael says, your soul is now protected by realms they can't access. You are being aligned with someone whose love will feel like breath, not burden. You are no longer an option, you are a divine treasure. And those who can't handle your light will be removed by heaven's own hand. Type Amen to get blessing 300. You've cried your last tear for them. Now it's time to walk like you're already blessed, because you are. The storm is over. And your sunshine is permanent. Let the past watch you smile. Let the pain see your peace. Let their regret be their reminder. You are free now. Type Amen to get blessing 111.